Okay, this is the Thruxton project again. I am not a painter, really, I'm not. But I decided to take on the task of doing this myself, instead of paying somebody $1,500, $2,000. Probably would have got a better result, but I'm actually quite happy. If you've seen my other video on the seat, man, I'm so happy about this. Once again, this is a 4-year-old seat, and it wasn't that bad, even before I put the Meguiar's protectant on it. But when I did it, it actually brought some of the black out, and so it looks just like it came off the showroom. And so on the back here, you can see that I have the cowl and I have a dressing kit by the British Customs. So I really like that. Instead of the screw, you can just use your finger and unscrew it. So we first went with, this is called Switchblade Silver, which I thought was pretty cool just because of the name for this type of bike. This was actually supposed to be where the gunmetal gray, gunmetal, that's pretty cool too, the gunmetal gray was. But once I saw the gunmetal and I was seeing more imperfections with the silver, this silver here, the Switchblade, I said, well, we're going to go with the gunmetal, because even though I'm not the best painter, this gunmetal here was actually better to hide the imperfections. So there you go. Which one you like most? If you do this yourself, if you want to hide your imperfections, the gunmetal. If you want to see mostly of them, the Switchblade Silver. But anyway, I said I'll do this myself. Screw it. So we went at it. So this is what I have. By the way, it's not perfect. I could have went over it and probably done a few different things, but you can see a little bit of this stripe here. You can see some of it's disappeared. And I just got to the point to where I said, you know what? I don't really care anymore. I'm new at this, and I really have never wanted my paint job to look perfect. I want it to look a little bit worn. So you can see, once I started going over this, not caring actually all the way through, it's made me happier, because if I really cared about getting everything perfect, this whole thing would be one color. And I saw the imperfections to where some of these shades that are a little bit lighter, even though I went over the whole thing evenly with the paint, I still got some lighter shades. And I said, I'm not going to try to do that anymore. I'm going to keep it because I just like the way that is. And so we got it painted here. And you can see here's the tank. The tank came out better than I thought. Once again, we have, these aren't perfect lines, and I got it to where I could have said, I want perfect lines, but I liked it. I liked that it's not perfect. I think there's some beauty in things that aren't perfect. And then so this is gunmetal. This is gunmetal gray, and it just came out pretty well. The top of the tank, I love it. It's nice and smooth. Might be able to get real close up here, I don't know. There we go. The problem I had was on this side over here. Now this is where it gets a bit trickier. You'll see in a minute where they are at. I've actually got some here, you can see it now. There we go. See, it's where it's not the best, and then right above the T. Oh my God. Once again, I could have got that out, but I said, screw it. I'm going to keep it there. All right, so, that's my tank. So after I painted it, what I did, for those who want to do this themselves, who want to go at it, basically it's pretty simple. I got some aircraft stripper, stripped off the paint using a plastic scraper, not a metal scraper, but a plastic scraper. I did that, put paint thinner on it, washed it off with that paint thinner. Then immediately I went right after I dried it with a hair dryer, I went into the primer. And then I did 7 coats of this. And then I went into 3 coats of the clear coat. And I'll tell you about the waxing part in a minute.